Hi, and welcome to the very first episode of KerberRose Retirement Insights Plan Sponsor Edition. We're excited to kick off this new video series focused specifically on empowering plan sponsors just like you with practical knowledge and strategies for managing your retirement plans. And today we're breaking down a topic that might not be on everyone's radar yet: retirement plan forfeitures. Stick around and we will explain why they matter, what you need to know if you oversee a retirement plan. Vesting, in the context of your employer-sponsored retirement plan, refers to the concept of ownership of employer contributions. While employee deferrals are always immediately 100% vested, your company's contributions to employee retirement accounts are not always immediately and fully owned by the participant. Instead, a vesting schedule dictates the rate at which an employee gains full ownership of these contributions, typically tied to their years of service. This mechanism serves as a tool to incentivize employee retention and reward long-term tenure. Common vesting schedules include graded vesting, and in this schedule, it gradually increases a participant's ownership of employer contributions over time. For example, a 20% vesting after 2 years, 40% after 3, and so on and so forth until 100% vested is achieved after 6 years. Or cliff vesting. This schedule dictates that participants own 0% of employer contributions until they reach a specific milestone, such as 3 years of service, and at which point they become 100% vested all at once. Forfeitures occur when an employee separates from service before becoming 100% vested in their employer contributions. The unvested portion of their account balance is then forfeited. This money does not vanish, rather it is returned to the plan and held in a dedicated forfeiture account. The prevalence of vesting requirements means forfeitures are a common occurrence. For instance, data from major retirement plan administrators like Vanguard indicate that over half of the plans they administer incorporate some form of vesting requirements on employer contributions. As a plan sponsor, managing these forfeiture accounts is in accordance with plan document provisions and ERISA guidelines is a key responsibility. So what happens to these forfeited funds? According to long-standing regulatory guidance from the IRS, these forfeited account balance can be used in one of 3 ways. Number 1, to offset future employer contributions. This is by far the most common use. Essentially, the forfeited money is used to reduce the amount the employer would otherwise have to contribute to the plan. It's a way for the employer to recoup some of their costs if employees don't stay for the fully vested period. Number 2, to reduce plan expenses. Forfeitures can be used to pay for the administrative costs associated with running a retirement plan, like record-keeping fees or advisory fees. This can indirectly benefit participants by potentially lowering the fees they might otherwise have had to pay. Number 3, to relocate to the remaining participants in the plan. In some cases, plans may choose to distribute the forfeited funds among the accounts of the employees who are still with the company and fully vested, and this acts as an additional contribution to their accounts. For decades, using forfeitures to offset employer contributions has been a very common and accepted practice. It's allowed by the IRS, and many plan documents explicitly state this as the method for handling forfeiture funds. However, things are changing, and in recent times, several law firms have launched litigation challenging this long-standing practice. Their argument is that using forfeitures to offset employer contributions, while it is allowed by the IRS, may not be in the best interest of participants or beneficiaries, as required by the Employee Retirement Income Security Act, or ERISA. ERISA mandates that plan fiduciaries, those individuals who are committees responsible for managing the plan, must act solely in the interests of participants and beneficiaries, and for the exclusive purpose of providing benefits and defraying reasonable plan expenses. The lawsuits claim that applying forfeitures to lower employer contributions puts the employer's interests ahead of the participants. They contend that these funds should be used to directly benefit participants, either by reducing the plan fees that participants bear or by reallocating the money as additional contributions to participant accounts. It's important to note these cases are still working their way through the courts and outcomes have been mixed. Some courts have dismissed these claims, upholding the traditional view, while others have allowed them to proceed, signaling that this is a serious issue that warrants further scrutiny. Given this emerging litigation and the potential for increased scrutiny, retirement plan fiduciaries and plan committees need to be incredibly mindful with how they handle forfeitures. Don't take this decision for granted, and here are some prudent considerations. Number 1, review the plan document. First and foremost, carefully review your plan document. Confirm precisely how or if it specifies that forfeitures are to be reallocated. Some of the lawsuits have alleged that plan committees haven't even followed the terms of their own plan documents, which is a clear breach of fiduciary duty. Ensure your actual practice aligns perfectly with what is written in the plan. Number 2, consider amending the plan document. If your plan document currently gives the plan committee discretion on how to use forfeitures, in consultation with a ERISA attorney, you might consider amending the document. This could mean removing that decision from plan fiduciaries entirely. You could spell out a specific non-discretionary order of reallocation, for instance, always applying forfeitures to reduce plan expenses first, then employer contributions. Number 3, explore immediate vesting. This may be a more significant change, but it's worth considering. If employer contributions are immediately 100% vested, there are no forfeitures to worry about in the first place. And while this has cost and communication implications for the employer, recent research from Vanguard suggests that vesting schedules actually don't provide a significant retention benefit to employees. Their data indicates only a modest 2.5% recovery of employer contributions for average plans through forfeitures. So, the administrative burden and potential litigation risk might outweigh the perceived benefit of retention. And immediate vesting simplifies administration and removes the forfeiture issue entirely. In short, the message is clear. Don't take forfeitures for granted. What was once a routine administrative decision is now under a microscope. Plan fiduciaries have a solemn duty to act in the best interest of plan participants, and how forfeitures are handled is now squarely within that purview. Proactive review, potential amendments to plan documents, and careful consideration of alternative vesting strategies are crucial steps for ensuring your plan remains compliant and, most importantly, serves the best interests of those it's designed to protect. Thank you for tuning into Retirement Plan Insights Plan Sponsor Edition. We'll be back next time with more insights to help you navigate your retirement plan.